Thank you everyone for joining me here on this Good Friday recording of Castranger. Today, as you all know, is the day that we celebrate the tragic death of Dan Kuroda. Our meme lord was given unto us by God, aka Masamune, and we celebrate his glorious death. Amen. Cue the roll call.
We're live!
Connect. Loading. Broadcast.
Equipment wielder, Bluecaster, Cheetah Zazil.
Loyal and loud, Dreamcaster Lane!
One little spark of courage, Dreamcaster, Global South Perka!
Unleashing my inner animal, Beastcaster, Shoo!
Broadcasting loud and opinionated perspectives across the internet.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
I freaking knew it would be a Dan joke somehow.
I'm going to hell.
You should be very happy that he's not Gar's not here. He'd be very upset.
I know, right? Welcome to Radio Sentai Castranger. Keep all that in.
No, not my part.
We are on episode 191, I believe. I'm going to double check. That's a yes. You heard the roll call, you know who's here. So, this week we are talking about Build episode 28, Lupinranger episode 7.
And
Nothing?
Patranger episode 7.
Also that. And in a weird fucking coincidence, we're talking about the Paradox Hyper Battle video, which suspiciously lined up with the fact that Ready Player One came out this week.
This must have a dangerous zombie back there.
Lane's just had that sound queued up on his phone.
Oh, I was hoping it was just going to be dangerous zombie.
But no, it's just a full chant.
Oh, actually, quick news. So after that, amazing emotional experience of Castranger last week of talking about the Lionsgate Power Rangers movie, I actually
this is amazing.
I tweeted out to RJ Styler, who plays Billy in the movie, and a picture of my collection, and just saying oh, you'll probably never see this, but I'm a huge fan of yours and blah. He actually responded back to me, and it was one of the greatest moments of my life, and I actually fucking cried because.
Please put that conversation in the video.
Yeah, it was great.
It is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I was
Eternally screaming meme.
and over 60, 70 people fucking liked that tweet and his response, and I was just oh my god, this is amazing.
Oh my god!
No, I was so fucking happy. So
oh my god!
So I hope I get to meet him in person someday, but it's cool that for a couple minutes he acknowledged my existence.
Senpai noticed you.
Yeah, so that was great.
For one thing.
Go watch that movie.
For one beautiful moment, I was fulfilled as a human being.
Yep.
Now life is back to being terrible.
Seriousness, it's just amazing when that sort of thing happens.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm really just wow, it's great for both of you. I really hope you get to meet him in person someday too, because I think you guys would get along really well.
Oh yeah.
Well, just keep an eye on Fan Expo guest announcements.
Oh god. Me and Gar were talking about this last week too. We're just if we find out that the whole cast of the fucking Lionsgate Power Rangers movie are going to Fan Expo, me and Gar, we don't care how much it costs. We're fucking going there and getting shit signed from them and meeting them. So that'd be a fucking honor.
And say goodbye to two courtcasters.
Oh yeah.
What, do you think that they get assassinated by them or something?
Yeah, just be gone.
Just for that week, he means.
You are gods!
I thought you meant in general!
No.
I
No,
was
murder.
kind of concerned.
Time
No,
to do up.
death is the last thing on my mind.
Time to do up applications for new corecasters.
It doesn't take much, I somehow did it.
Guys, they're making the Power Rangers sequel, and I get to be in it!
All I really ask is
just wait. Ichi, just wait for 2 days for the applications.
Right? All I really ask is be here every Friday and have watched the things.
Trigger machined.
Triggered.
I'm getting triggered because of those trigger machines.
Speaking of the things that we're watching, let's talk about them!
Alright.
Here's where you put the build bumper.
Be the one, we'll make a way.
So the recap is weird this week because not only is Kazumi saying it, but we get this weird little like stop animation of his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, they usually don't do that.
That was so weird. Why was that there?
To show he was doing it, I guess?
Like, and they even make a joke like, "Oh, I'm 29 years old. Here's episode 29." You dumb shit. It's 28. Wrong episode. Do that gag next week.
He's like, I'm 29 years old.
So, as the fight kicks back on, we see Rogue, like, light up in the darkness. And then, like, as he steps up, you hear his belt go, "Oh!" So, like, did he re-henshin? Because if he had to, that's a disqualified.
No one saw him, though, so because he was under a bunch of rubble.
You can't prove it if you didn't catch it on film!
If I don't see it, it's not illegal.
Into awakened mode.
I guess you could argue that that belt made the sound in response to its own update from absorbing the RabbitRabbit data, but that's a little far-fetched.
Yeah, maybe you had to re-henshin to, like, upload it or something.
And that's kind of a little late as well, since I was already in there.
Yeah.
It was just to look cool, right?
But...
Yeah.
And then we see that this great big anti-rabbit form countermeasure that was a whole plot point of these entire few episodes
Here we go. Strap in, people.
was literally just to tell him, use Diamond Bottle! You had to use corporate espionage to steal military-grade secrets to upload into the Kamen Rider belt to tell him, use the fucking gimmicks!
To use a fucking diamond. What the fuck?
Okay,
This didn't require this much rigmarole!
No, it did not.
Okay, first off, there's a lot of bottles, so they need to, like, figure out, which one would counteract this new power. And
Which one
Diamond was the winner.
We're not good at defense!
Okay, first off, do you think Rogue is gonna sit there and Belt's gonna let Rogue sit there and stand there and try every single bottle to see which works? No! We need instant results! So fuck it!
Before the tournament, he should have tested every bottle to see what does what!
He didn't know that this thing was gonna happen until, like, before the fight!
How do I defend myself against an attack? I don't know. How about the hard substance of a diamond? And the funny thing is, you could probably bullshit explain your way into having any bottle be a successful countermeasure.
Anyways,
you know why? Because this show is all about use the gimmicks!
And also, this doesn't matter because Sento planned this from the beginning to to surprise with TankTank.
Which
so
is
it
fine,
doesn't
but
matter.
the suspense and tension and significance behind the entire stealing of the RabbitRabbit data was completely destroyed.
Yes, because it was a trick. It was to make the villains think they had the upper hand against them.
No, but their countermeasures weren't false. That was actually what they planned to do. The fact that TankTank form was waiting in the wings beyond their recollection is completely irrelevant to the fact that their big, giant counter-RabbitRabbit thing was, use this bottle that you already had and could have used completely independently of having the counteracting data.
Are you done?
Fuck, that was dumb.
Sure.
This is a glowing flaw in what has been a great show so far.
It wasn't. It was fine.
Insert ranting with Ichi.
It was cool seeing Rogue fend off Rabbit with a fucking, like, cool-ass, like, purple diamond powers.
I think it was funny how, like, he shot the blast at him, and he, like, created a bunch of diamonds that, like, pinballed the blast back at him.
That was like a pinball bumper set, yeah.
And just, like, rack up the score.
Yep. And then we get some really cool, like, shit about with, like, Gentoku.
I need a drink.
Oh. And then we get some, like, cool, like, backstory shit with Gentoku, like, shown in an amazing way using, like, a projector to, like, show, like, flashbacks.
I just love how, like, if you think about it behind the scenes, it's such a cheap, disgusting, hilarious tactic.
But everyone's all about it.
Within the show, the context of the show, it's really artistic and interesting.
It's genius.
It's almost like the Orphanox from Fies, how they like their human forms were projected on the walls.
They were naked.
Well, projected on their shadows.
Yeah.
And their shadows were naked.
Yeah.
That always stuck out for me in Fies. I was like, when they do that, I was like, oh yeah, they're naked.
They're like Oni. It's their true forms.
Oh yeah.
But then again, when they transform back, fully clothed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
It's the
like
same problem.
so like in this conversation that Sento and Gentoku had, they both just like kind of spout their ideals to each other,
Hashtag Sentoku.
and like they're both not wrong.
Nope, they're not.
No,
Like Gentoku becomes surprisingly sympathetic in like yes, he's been brain fucked by Pandora's box, but so has the other military leaders. So you see the flashbacks of him talking to Bat-Dad and like, we need to fucking shore up our defenses so they don't destroy us.
Yeah, 'cause
and he's right.
he's doing all this because he loves his home and he doesn't want to see it taken over by a bunch of fucking assholes.
Like, yes, he's been made more aggressive by the Pandora box, but he's still right. They are coming to fuck their shit up.
I mean, it is a war, so everybody...
And by the same token, Bat-Dad is completely of a noble mindset in that he wants to try negotiating peace. But the tragic fact is that they're both right, but Bat-Dad is less right because the other two leaders have been Pandora'd, as I'm going to refer to it. A peaceful solution is not going to work.
Because they got mind fucked by the Pandora's box.
Exactly.
Yerp.
Which kind of makes Gentoku a bit of a tragic figure and way more sympathetic than he has been.
That's why he's my favorite character in the
He's
show.
reaching like Michi levels of interesting writing.
Yeah, no, Gentoku's like, because there's so much going on with the guy, and then you just like you want to know like what's going on in that head of his.
He went down
constantly.
a dark path for the right reason.
Yeah, he's like the best writer anti-hero ever. It's
Well,
super
not really
awesome.
anti-hero
Rogue
yet.
seems like a good name for him in all this.
Because he went rogue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not really an anti-hero yet.
No, but he'll get there. I feel like he'll join
Just
the
wait
good
till-
side eventually. That's why
Just wait till,
probably
like,
if he
20 episodes
becomes,
down the line.
that's probably why when he gets like the upgrade or whatever.
I had to take the audio out here because Shu spoiled something.
But
The
that's for
form
the spoiler
that, form
show.
that we don't know yet.
Speaking of characters becoming oddly sympathetic, we also get the full story from Sawa on why she did what she did, and I pretty much called it. What I thought, didn't call it perfectly. What I thought was that she was having Kazumi rescue her dad, but then we find out that she never had a dad because she was one of the Nanba orphans. So what she was actually doing was sending Kazumi to rescue Nabashima's family.
Yeah, so I kinda wasn't wrong. It was just not her father. Her father's dead.
So Nabashima had been and his family had been kidnapped by Nanba, who was holding them hostage, and told Sawa to get the RabbitRabbit data, or else he would have them killed.
Can I say something for a second?
So it was sort of what the brothers had lied about was actually true for her.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Fuck Nanba. Just fuck him. He's
Oh,
terrible.
sure, yeah. No, he's definitely gearing up to be head villain right now.
Are we sure that he didn't get fucked up by the Pandora's box either?
It wouldn't surprise me if he was there.
Yeah.
But I kind of hope not, because then it just paints him as, he's just evil for no magical reason.
Well, no unknown reasons.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much because it's been mentioned on Extra, but the next driver that's coming up, I'd be interested to see Nanba use it. You know what I mean?
No, Namba's too old
yeah.
to use anything.
Although
That sounded like it did get something else somehow.
something interesting about Nanba though, like at the end of the episode, he face swaps into Mito, and then he puts down his cane. So maybe I'm wondering if that was a fake out all along, if he didn't actually need the cane and he's actually like in much better shape, and it was a deception.
So it's like that one guy from Game of Thrones who acts like he's like this really old, frail old man, but he's actually really fucking spry.
Like he just pulls a Master Roshi.
Yeah.
Well, the only way to out his true identity, blood samples.
What is this, the thing?
It was just a face swap, not a body swap.
That's... Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can just use it. You can use a fucking blood sample to tell that it's not fucking Mito and it's fucking Namba.
Unless Bloodstark's abilities include modifying blood.
Or just bodies in general.
But speaking of back to Sawa for a minute, she mentions at one point she was supposed to like use the kill spray bottle on herself like so many of the other corporate spies over the show. That was a little dark, but she's just like, nah, you guys are my new family, so I don't want to die anymore.
She found the will to live.
It's so interesting. So, I didn't expect Sawa to become this sympathetic, but she's kind of starting to have her place in the series.
She's a lot more complex than I think any of us really pinned at first.
Right?
Yeah.
So
I can't really speak for everyone.
No, yeah, that's fine.
It was so funny though. Just at the end, like we see just like whatever, like what's President Sato's name again? Mito. Just like you see his loss, and just like I'm just staring at like the door in the back, and I'm just like, Bloodstark's behind that door. Bloodstark's behind that door. Open the door. I'm like, there he is.
They have it framed so perfectly, and then just like, oh, so you won't play ball? Knock, knock. Open up the door. It's Stark. And then he dusts Mito, and he went out like a champ, clutching his country's flag.
Yeah.
Like, props to him for dying honorably.
Yeah, but then, like, because, like, the whole time I've been saying, like, Mito, I'm like, oh, yeah, I picked the right one to cheer for, and then just at the end or whatever, I'm just like, no, wrong one.
But yeah, so after Kazumi rescues the Nabashima family, he's just like, I better get a fucking Mitan handshake for this. And then he shows up back at the group, and like Banjo and Misora are just like, yay! Hey! That was great.
One word to describe Kazumi: obsessive.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah. So as the sun rises and Nabashima's family is saved, Sawa gives Sento the go sign. And then we get my favorite part of the episode. TankTank form. Hailed by
It does have summon a little baby tank.
a fleet of tiny tanks.
And it reminded me so much of Advance Wars.
Oh
Yeah,
my!
that's what I was just about to bring up.
Yeah, because
As
like
well.
the assist trophy, you summon like Advance Wars, and then just you hear the little tanks go like.
Like you hear the noises they make, and I just see the tanks like driving down the stairs, and I'm just like, oh! Irritable!
Yeah, no, I like that. Just like one was like a little tank.
Let me put this down. I dislike the hazard trigger, and I dislike the full rabbit tank bottle, but Jesus fucking Christ, do I love TankTank form otherwise.
Yep.
It's blue,
Yeah,
it's bulky, it's made of little toy tanks.
Well,
Just
I
wait
mean,
till
that's how I felt when it turned out that RabbitRabbit was literally made out of a bunny.
Right?
Just wait till we get to the BC figures where it's either an actual rabbit or an actual rabbit armor just turned into a rabbit form.
I kind
There's a
of
bunch of mini tanks.
I want to see a review of those, because like if you can get the rabbit armor to like be in like its rabbit configuration, like as a little standalone sidekick type thing, I would love to just have TankTank form standing there with the rabbit armor as the rabbit next to it.
Oh my gosh, that's great.
And just switch out armors every other second.
So of course, TankTank form was not given to Nanba as Sento's backup plan, which we see the flashback of them coming up with.
As this was just a bullshit plan.
Hey, it makes perfect sense, and it's a good plan.
Yeah.
And then we see, like, I love the shot of, like, as they're reacting to TankTank form, you see Nariaki with the tablet, and he's, like, scrolling through all of Build's forms, and every one of them just goes, mismatch, mismatch, mismatch. Shit, we don't have data on it!
Yep.
Even it shows in Gentoku's visor.
Yeah.
With giant errors.
This does not rogue pute.
This does not rogue puke.
We don't have this data in the rogue pewter. Or would it be the splash pewter?
Probably.
And in the episode.
Well, I mean, he was bat-themed, so it makes sense for him to append the name of himself before everything he owns.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Rogue Peter. Rogue Knife.
The
Rogerang.
Crocoputer.
Computer.
Rogerang.
You're the Rogerang.
Rogerang. Just like hucks the steam blade. Why didn't it come back?
I'm glad I brought my rogue shark repellent.
My crocodile repellent.
Why would he use repellent for something that he already is?
He hates himself.
Existential crisis.
I'm sorry.
So, as TankTank form pulls out the full bottle to put into the buster, he does a little thing that I've made a little video presentation for. So, Blaze, I'm sending you a link that gets to be put into the episode.
Oh, here we go.
So cut it in right now.
Wow, they missed out one great detail. When he got knocked down, it should have been like, eliminated rogue.
I didn't feel like putting that much effort into it.
Oh, you made that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, amazing.
I made that this morning.
Wow.
Oh man, you made this?
So, anyone not watching the video, I made a play of the game video for TankTank form turning into Bastion, basically.
It's true, though.
Right? Sento got play of the game.
We just need to wait for another writer to get play of the game at some point.
And with that, victory! Toto wins the tournament!
Well, we
For
already
now.
saw Grease's 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
I hope we find out what happened to fucking Hokuto lady. Like, actually.
I wouldn't be surprised if we never see her again. Or at least don't
That'd
see her
be
till the end of the show.
weird,
Or just wait till it's revealed that Bullet Stark may have killed her.
Probably. So yeah, as they start cleaning up, Bad Dad shows up and he effectively tells his son, "Cut out this goth phase emo shit and come home."
Yeah, he's just like, "Son, come with me." And he's just like, "No, fuck you, Dad! You don't get me, alright?
It's not a phase!
Don't bring me anymore, alright?"
This is who I am.
Don't bring me anymore,
This
right?
is who I am.
I almost want the thumbnail to just be fucking just the shot of just like the kid from fucking Space Jam and just get Toku's face over it. Just bring me anymore, right?
What?
It's not a form, Dad.
That's the episode
It's just a
title.
form I'm going through, alright?
It's not a form, Dad. I identify as the crocodile.
I sexually identify as a crocodile.
It's not a furry. It's called a scaly.
And name of the episode.
It's not a form, Dad.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
We got so many good episode titles.
Oh yeah.
So, as Mito starts shitting himself, Namba effectively goes, "Who cares if you lost? Just say you won and go fuck them."
I'm just like, and this is where, at this point, I'm just like, Namba is the best villain in this entire fucking show. Because he's just like, it's like, I have to abide by the rules.
Or
No, you
cannot.
don't!
Or you could
You
not.
never had to agree to this tournament in the process. You just fucking go invade them. What the fuck are they gonna do? Oh my god.
We don't know anything about the Guardians yet.
So Mito decides to be surprisingly honorable despite being Pandora in the head and go, "No, I gotta do it." And Namba like, "Alright, then I guess I have to do this." Opens up the door at Stark and he gets dusted. And then Namba decides to have Stark face swap him into Mito. "Fuck you, I'll run this country then."
Fucking hell.
And then I'll take a taiyaki and eat it.
Eat it.
And the episode ends with the activation of what I will forever refer to as the Hardians. Because they're called the Hard Guardians.
The fucking Jack Cross-based ones.
So next week starts our third plot arc and Misora's third form. The Goddess Burnage / Vernage. I hope it's Bernage, so I can just call her Bernard.
Bernard.
Burnage.
The great Martian goddess, Bernard!
I'm just thinking about that like clip from Elf when just like Will Ferrell's like sitting in like a chair, like reading flipping through a magazine, just Francisco.
Unique New
Did
York.
you have to ride on a reindeer to get here?
I love Elf. That's the one movie my sister and I bond over the most.
Same. Except I don't really watch it with my family.
Who watches things with their family?
Oh, my entire family and I love Elf. Best way to spend Christmas? Cheers, singing loud for all to hear.
My family and I watch the Garfield, Alvin and the Chipmunks, and Charlie Brown Christmas specials.
I thought for a moment you were going to say the Garfield, Alvin, the Chipmunks, and Charlie Brown Christmas.
You see, I can't watch the Charlie Brown Christmas special because it's too depressing. Because, like, Charlie Brown's just trying to have, like, a perfect Christmas, and then all of it goes to shit. And just, like, he feels so bad about it. And I'm just like, I can't watch that. It's too depressing.
Well, you're the one who chooses to interpret it that way.
What happens in Charlie Brown?
I'll stick with my frickin' Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Santa Claus is Coming to Town specials. Thank you very much.
Santa
Can we
Claus
have,
is
like,
coming to
Santa
town,
Claus
yes!
dial fighters?
Okay, we've lasted too long on this subject.
Oh,
Next.
sorry,
Well, the
sorry.
fucking Santa and cake bottles are canon, apparently. They're part of the 60 Pandora matches.
I hope we get that form.
I'm surprised
Just in the middle of summer.
Like, Christmas
we
is already-
need that
Christmas
form.
in July!
Middle of
Oh,
summer.
I was gonna
Because
say,
it'll be
like,
so goddamn ironic.
I was gonna say, like, Christmas is already
No,
passed, so
no.
they missed their chance to debut it, but they could just pull a fucking Christmas in July bullshit.
No, I want gold.
Alright, let's talk about Lupinranger.
You mean Patranger?
Nope.
No one said the thing. Yokokusuru.
So, I can't remember who mentioned it, but on the Discord, someone brought up over this last week. So, if the trigger machines are part of the Lupin collection, why do they have the police logo on them? The GSPO logo on them?
Because fuck you, they can.
I like
No,
to-
you know why? Because
Put
they
it
branded
on?
them for their own property.
I just like to imagine that someone at the GSPO just, like, took them in their hands and, like, someone who's, like, a model kit maker just like,
slap the
carefully
logo onto
painted the letters on them.
Well, I'm looking on the Ichigo trigger machine right now. It doesn't have the logo on it.
Oh, well, it has the S
Someone
logo.
had just bought a label
okay,
maker.
It's just like that's on the VS changer.
A really
So,
good,
like, whatever.
actually
I don't
good
know.
label
I don't know.
maker.
But oh man, this was like a heavy LupinYellow focused episode, and I was totally okay with that because
And I like the
LupinYellow is
beat.
my favorite of the Lupinrangers. So
And it was also focused on Patranger, my favorite of the Patrangers.
oh, Sakuya was so adorable this whole episode.
Honestly, I had a lot of
Oh my
second-hand
God.
embarrassment from him
So,
in this
the
episode.
plot of the
Yeah, so something had happened during the show, and I had to cut it, but there was no place like that was good to cut it at. So here's this. Just me telling you that there was no good place to cut it.
Yeah, just
Label makers.
Sakuya was fucking adorable this whole episode.
Got
like-
a lot of second-hand embarrassment from him on
It
this.
felt so forced.
a little bit.
Well, like, okay, so like first off, like it seems he's kind of like a pervy asshole because
No,
no,
he-
like,
Not that. He comes off as a player.
Okay, yeah, sorry, that's what I meant to say. I you know what I mean. But like, yeah, he like tries asking like Umiko on a date, and she's just being like so fucking just embarrassed and awkward about it because she's just like, no.
He absolutely
No.
comes off as the kind of guy who definitely cannot take a hint and definitely does not notice when someone is not interested in him.
Yeah, and then like he like gives her his contact information, which she immediately throws in the trash, and I was like, oh my god! And then like, of course, Kairi and Toma make a very good point. It's just like no, go out with them, like
Get intel.
information, and she's just like, fuck you guys. So then like as they're
No, fuck him!
so as like the Power Rangers are leaving, like just like I love Keiichiro, just like goes up to him and just like, are you serious? Are you serious about it? Like about being with this woman and just like
Although, like, so one could easily sort of read into that line as, like, Maybe Keiichiro likes her?
No.
No.
He's just being...
Are you serious about her? Because if not, I fucking will.
No.
I think Lady Justice is his wife.
Right?
First off, like, Keiichiro's probably in his mid-20s. She's a high schooler, so... God, no.
In the flashback,
But she's a high schooler? We don't really see her in school.
We don't know how long it was since...
It's
became
been
Lupinrangers and whatever.
It's been at least some time, because they definitely were not martial arts experts when they were handed the VS Changers.
You don't know that. Sentai gives you martial arts abilities.
Anyways,
so then like Sakura is just like, no, I just want
cute girls.
I just want cute girls to like me, like, and just know them, and just Tsukasa's just like, so there's more than one girl that like you like to play around with, huh? And Keiichiro's just like, disgraceful. And I laughed. I'm like, I love these guys.
That was pretty amazing.
I'm surprised Sakura didn't get booted off of the team.
Right?
Of that.
I really want to believe that this is the start of like them sort of like drifting apart personally. You know what I mean? And they're just there because of the job.
Like they're getting to because like they don't know Sakura too well because he's the new guy. So,
no, I know, but once they get to know him, they don't like what they learn.
Well, it's because like Tsukasa also gives them like a scolding, being like he's like, don't do shit like that when you're in when you're like
in uniform.
In uniform,
and she's absolutely correct to do that.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Because like no, when you're doing your job, you're not supposed to do stuff that goes against your job.
Which means we're probably going to get to see a lot more of Sakura out of the uniform hitting on her.
Oh, of course.
More stalker shit.
Right?
Well, like, okay,
he's gonna get creepy!
Well, like, if we cut to the end of the episode like that, like, he, like, finds out, like, he realizes, like, oh my god, I'm in love with her. And it's, like, it's so funny, too, because, like, he starts, like, glowing or whatever like that, and it's just, like...
he has, like, the love Vaseline, filter over him, and no one else does.
Yeah, and like
fuzzy shit.
And then just like he's like thinking about it, and he just I love he like cuts away from everyone, and just goes like yummy,
and just glowy fuzzy shit.
I love it. Like that was adorable, but then he like leans over to like talk at himself, but he's still talking so loud that everyone can hear him.
He just has this like fucking creepy.
Oh no, you guys! I think I love her. It's a secret!
I love you.
Don't tell her!
A secret that everyone knows and everyone can hear.
I think I love you, so what am I so afraid of?
Oh my god, I love that song. No, and he just has like this creepy smile the whole fucking episode. They keep like it's almost like, if not like Kaito's brother level of fucking creepy. Like, a glaive from Blade.
Oh yeah. You said Kaito's brother, and for half a second...
Mark, sorry.
Yeah.
Mark, yeah.
Well, because there's two Kaitos in decades.
It was Glaive?
It was Glaive.
Yeah, Glaive, yeah.
Yeah, it was Glaive, and
yeah,
his name was Junichi, not Taiki.
He has that same, like, kind of, like, rat-like smile. It's fucking weird.
Junichi.
Yeah.
Yeah, Junichi.
Well, an in-joke between me and Ichi, we just call him Kaito's brother.
You call him Kaito's brother because he was Kaito's brother in the alternate version in Decade.
That was fucking awesome. But anyways, so, like... what's the gangler for this week?
His name is Merugu Arita.
And he's like...
It's the vore gangler.
And I'm going to be posting the treasure name in the chat now.
The name of his treasure is Tu Ton Amour, which translates to all your love.
Which, the power is your space, the space expands.
And I gotta say, the fact that he came up with the idea to use space-expanding power to...
His stomach?
Increase the size of his stomach from within himself? That's fucking genius!
Yeah, and also Danya Boone even makes they even make a mention of it where it's just like, well, he always did like eating, and he was very happy to have like a bigger stomach so he could eat more. But like, I knew going into this episode too, like when like I found that out and stuff, I was like, and once that item's removed from his safe, that's gonna be so bad for him.
Right?
I thought he was gonna explode, honestly.
I'm
surprised he didn't explode from that.
I think he should have.
Also, the way the preview didn't really show this, but he didn't just eat them, with his mouth. He just went full on the dog from the Thing flesh flower mouth.
Yeah, like, you see him eating blue and red, and like, his fucking chest opens up, and he's got this, like, Venus flytrap-ass mouth, and I'm just like...
That would have scared the
honestly,
me as a kid. I'm not
honestly,
lying.
That's nightmare fuel right there.
it honestly reminded me of the Demogorgon's head from Stranger Things.
It did look like the Demogorgon.
And like,
Man.
this is like, not only is it like super grotesque for a kid show, but like, these are always, to me, the most interesting and compelling monsters. The ones that actually straight up eat them. Because these are the closest the teams come to actually losing for real. So I always love seeing these episodes.
Well, that's the promise the Lupinrangers made with each other. Oh, if one of us dies, we'll carry on.
Yeah, by the way, they've decided to fucking toss that rule out the window because Kairi saves Umika.
I think it was just like a spur-of-the-moment thing.
And
that's
it
why.
was, and he comments on that, but I'm just like, and 7 episodes till fuck that rule.
Yeah, and even Toma's just like, he's like, that's not like you. You don't do that. And Kairi's like, eh.
And I gotta say, like, with regards to them being eaten, I absolutely love the cinematography of when, after Red knocks Yellow out of the way, and you see him getting eaten in the reflection of her visor and eyeball.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
we
was
saw
that...
it right out with Blue, but then with her we see it like from her eyes.
Through
and-
her
I
perspective.
fucking loved that idea, that shot.
And then I like that and then it transitioned into her having a memory of her, like, friend pushing her out of the way and just seeing as she's falling down, like, after being pushed, of just her friend getting encased in ice. It was
Wait a
fucking...
minute.
That was great.
Wait a minute. That's the second time that people have been eaten on this show.
What was the first?
Because of Love Room and his shark jaws things.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
But wow. And you know what else was shocking?
Hmm?
This monster did not have a human form.
Nope. I don't expect all of them
He
to.
just went right into restaurants and was a monster.
Yeah, and like the one
people.
chef like offers him food and whatever, and he's like, "That's not what I'm just after," and I'm like, "Ah!" and just like eats everyone.
And I love his justification. I eat people who eat good food, so they're tasty because of it.
Yep.
So-
I just finished binging the Santa Clarita diet, and all I could think of was this one comment that one of the main characters who is undead and has to eat people says, when she misses pizza, she just eats someone who just ate pizza.
So I'm just thinking, like, if your logic is you want to eat people who have eaten good food, why don't you just eat the good food then?
Because you need
I think this is just his fetish.
No.
I don't think that food can fill up his stomach.
You're not
Exactly.
going to justify the vore monster.
He expanded his own stomach.
Yeah, but even probably before having the collection piece, like he had a huge appetite.
I'm surprised this monster design wasn't fat.
So he was complaining the fact that, oh, I can eat so much, but I can't. I wish I could eat more. And so then he got this collection piece, and he's like, sweet, I can eat amount of food.
I love the way you can eat more.
It's better than it's just like how the investors from Guy basically just open up their faces with a giant freaky mouth.
Oh my god.
It's like that.
Or it's like when Greta fucking ate Zed.
Oh my god.
That was a thumbnail for an episode.
That was our first custom thumbnail ever.
You screamed. You were
Oh
like,
my
"Ah!" Giant purple chicken nugget.
So, like, we get to see the inside of Marugu's giant stomach. And I love Kairi's logic. Maybe if we shoot his guts up, he'll throw us up. So he fires at the floor, and then he gets sprayed with what is apparently stomach acid mist.
Acid gases.
And I
apparently.
like the attention to detail that, like, over time they need to, like, stack up and, like, stand on the furniture, like the tables and stuff, because, like, it's starting to, like, rise in the stomach.
Which I just love the idea that Marugu didn't give a fuck that he was eating furniture, and that some of it landed in his gaw intact.
Yep. And then, like,
He just ate 7 whole tables.
And then, like, a little kid, like,
restaurant.
a little kid almost died in the stomach, but Kairi saved him, and just, like...
Right?
And, like, the people later were like, oh, he saved us.
It was weird that one table was starting to fall apart, but everything else they were standing on was perfectly fine the entire duration.
Yeah, and...
I'm kind of shocked that, like, as they were about to be saved, you didn't see, like, the furniture all, like, fizzing and, like, dissolving and buckling, and they were about to, like, fall into the mist.
That would have been a nice effect, actually.
They did a pretty good job with the, sorry, did I interrupt?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I think they did a pretty good job with what am I saying? The fact that they said that his stomach acid was missed in order to use a fog machine for a simple effect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Good filmmaking
it didn't
there.
seem cheap or a cop out at all. They did a good job with
No,
it.
I totally bought it.
That's one gassy stomach.
Right? Well, he's a monster. Whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have to follow human biology with him.
Right?
But then again, these things are trying to disguise as humans.
Well, it's on the outside.
So
Yeah.
So Yumika goes back to the bistro and she's like very upset because she's like, "Oh, Kyra, you idiot! Like, why'd you save me? Like, I'm not gonna be able to do anything. I can't change anything."
There's this one shot where she's like hugging the VS changer, and I just like she like hugs it like with the vehicle on it, and I'm just like, "Ow! I cut myself with the saw blade."
Be careful of that saw blade there.
Ah!
That's a clean shave.
Are you sure that's a clean shave? I'm pretty sure there's nothing there anymore.
So like Kogure poofs in and literally goes, "Just get the thing, and then everything will be okay."
Yeah, Cover's just like, "Stop being a little bitch."
Effectively.
He kind of was.
I wanted her to just.
So then but then we get we
Just slap her.
cut to a flashback with her of like
her friend Shiho, who
yeah.
apparently draws Maho Shoujo manga, like, published.
I know.
no, but these two girls were like making fun of her for like wearing like too much yellow or something like that, or like
Yeah,
weird
I'm just
clothes.
thinking no one knew she was going to be yellow.
Right? The kids don't know the Sentai tropes.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Was just like they're making fun of her because she's going to become a Yellow Ranger.
And I love that like young Shiho effectively steps in and goes, "Fuck you."
Yeah, it's like, well, like, why are you shaming on someone when they can wear whatever they want? I was just like,
Welcome.
what she said.
Welcome to school,
That's true,
children.
yeah.
It's never mind. I don't even know what time frame that flashback is in.
Like 10 years ago.
I'd say so.
I was trying to say it's 2018. Give a fucking break.
It's 2008.
So yeah, like
2000
she's still
Never mind,
like
then.
she's still traumatized over like her friend getting encased in ice because apparently that was supposed to be her, but her friend pushed her out of the way.
Which makes me start to wonder, like, did Frieza Amigo just target her, or was she just rando?
I think she was rando.
Which would explain why, like, if he was targeting her, he would have, like, fired a second blast at her.
I like to think maybe he was just doing that to get human disguises.
Yeah, I'm
So he
still
was farming,
very
he was
much
farming for them.
I'm still very much on the belief that the people he's freezing are disguises he sells to his fellow gamers.
That is it. That's so it.
That's incredibly smart. Like,
With the whole PTSD.
Shoot her to my god! Take the shot!
Take the shot!
And running gag.
So then she realizes, oh, okay, if I go on a date with Sakya, I can, like,
He'll be there to help fight the monster.
help fight the gangler. So, like, they go till she figures out, like, oh, he's going down, like, the list of restaurants from, like, number 1 to the 3rd best one. And I was like, why are you going, like, from the best one to the, like, 3rd best one?
And as I told you while we were watching, if you had 3 plates of food in front of you, one you liked more than the others, you're going to eat that one first.
True. That's very true. Touché.
So she decides to call up Sakuya and invite him out on the date.
And then, like, Sakya just makes it, like, a big deal, like, it's, like, a part of the case, and then, like, we cut to, like, Keiichiro and Tsukasa, like, investigating, like, one of the other restaurants, and just Keiichiro's like, fucking got us worked up for that bullshit.
That's another reason why I think they're going to start to resent him over the show.
Yeah, because
But she got replaced?
Fucking perv.
Yeah,
He's
they'll
a
just
fucking
fuck.
stalker.
It'd be hilarious if they straight up fired him.
Yeah, that'd be weird if they, like, did a cast change, because, like, they did that in early show up, like, Sentai, because, like, you know, shit happened, like, an actor died, or just, like, they didn't give a shit about doing it anymore.
Right.
So, but, like, they haven't done that in, like, Sentai, really.
I think we're due.
I mean, I love Sakya.
I do too, but I think it'd be really interesting if he got fired and we got a new
Sure.
one.
So, like...
And then the new guy they get is like a super experienced person.
So this killed me. So, like, Yumika goes to the restaurant and, like, she, like, walks in wearing this really pretty outfit.
And
just,
her
like,
hair's all
and
floofed
just,
up.
like, Sakya looks over and just, like, the reaction to him, and you hear, like, a gunshot go off or whatever in, like, the background, and I just died. Because
like-
I thought that was so funny.
I'm like, did he just fucking orgasm?
It's just...
That's what I
Just turns out,
I was just about to bring that up.
He fired a shot.
Oh my god. And so, like, you know, he's being, like, his awkward self, and it, like, does, like, a thing where he's like,
You're really cute!
you're really cute! Oh, so do you make your own clothes? You really make your own clothes?
You like fashion?
And it just, like, cuts back to, like, him just, like, smiling, like, really close up and creepy, like...
We are seeing way too much of your teeth, bro.
Yeah. You buddy!
Oh
Too
my
much
God.
teeth.
I knew it. I fucking knew he was gonna be terrible.
And so then the Gangler shows up, and then, like... He does this awesome transformation sequence where he fires it to the side of him.
I literally wrote on my notes, Sakuya henshins to the side.
Yeah, no, and you know what? It makes sense because, like, I like to think that there was, like, more space on the left side of him. That's why he did that.
But that's... I've been saying earlier, I want them to henshin and, like, fire that at the monsters. Because
I hope they do that.
Other Toku heroes have used
I
that.
just want to see them fire it on the ground and just, like, see it just go, like, whoop! That'd be awesome.
It's like full of wizard.
That's why I liked Wizard's henshins, because, like, he did them in all different directions. It was always awesome.
And that's what he did with Land.
Above him, to his left, to his right, down.
So then, like, Yumika, like, brought her, like, thief outfit. And,
The
like,
entire reason she brought him was so that he could tank the monster while she gets into fucking uniform.
What the hell?
Why don't you just henshin right away?
I maybe just run to the bathroom and henshin.
No,
That
like,
would be too much noise.
like, he ran outside fighting the monster, and there's this hilarious shot of her in the cafe while Nigo, like, flips around outside, and you can see him through the windows, and it's so hilarious. But I'm just like, he's outside with the monster, just transform and then run out!
I like to think maybe she just didn't want him to, like, arouse suspicion that, like, oh, maybe you're LupinYellow. Because, like, where's Yumika? But
Good
LupinYellow's
fucking
here.
job on that,
Oh.
because the episode ends with Tsukasa figuring that out anyway!
We'll get into that. So it's interesting, like, she, like, first off, like, she, like, jumps in, like, grabs, like, leg grabs him, and just, like...
She swings in from a tree, and I just want to dub in, oh!
Just Kyuzu Oger chime. No, but, like, it was very, like... Sakuya's into Yumika, and she, like, just, like, legs, like, close to his fucking head, and I'm like, whoa! Don't give the wrong idea!
Moving awful fast there.
Jesus Christ, yeah, that.
Like, and she not only downs Sakuya, but also drags Marugu down with him in that one move, and it was amazing.
Yeah. So then, but yeah, she frees, like, the other two, Lupinrangers, which
she goes right to work and immediately nabs the collection item.
Like even
applause.
Kairi and Toma are impressed. They're like, "Oh, you got the item. Nice."
I just love this. Like Marugu just like leans up and he just like bombs like everything, just and you see furniture shards go everywhere.
But
That's throwing up.
But I made a realization for this episode. This is the first time that the Lupinrangers have ever actually transformed in front of the Patrangers, because whenever they showed up when the Patrangers were fighting, they were already transformed. So they've never seen them in their thief outfits. So that was interesting. So that's why it connects with like, oh, they can kind of tell who they are.
And further to my point about the time wasted by Umika getting into your uniform. The Patrangers were at a completely different restaurant at the other side of town, probably, and they show up to help Sakuya before fucking Yumika gets out there.
Well, they have a car.
They do have a car.
But she was right there just getting changed.
Shh, well, it takes a while. She's got to put on her makeup and make sure her outfit's tied up right, and like, you know, she looks good in her mask.
And then immediately cover it up.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that the Lupin collection item they pulled out of him is a repainted Smokey Buster.
Yeah, that's what I was about to bring up.
For sure.
It was literally just the Smokey Buster.
This is just the episode where she was just like, fuck, everyone's taking what I was about to say.
I so wanted one of them to just like rub it for lulz.
Then just Smokey comes out. It's just Goody.
Yeah. And speaking of Goody, the Lupinrangers effectively tell Goody to fuck off.
Yeah, no, that was great. They're just like be eaten exhausts me. Like, go bother them, and then like Goody just kind of looks sad for a second, and then the Patrangers come in. And they're just like, "Oh, good striker. Good thing you're here. Come on, let's go." And he's like,
"Good timing."
He's like, "I want it. Yeah, let's go. Woo!" And then, so they form Patranger, and we get, like, the Patranger theme again, which I fucking love that song.
Before that happens, though, the Lupinrangers, like, destroy Marugu with the fucking Cyclone dial fighter.
Cyclone!
Which
With
creates
two
a fucking
shots spinning around in the blades.
giant energy buzzsaw, which takes out half the forest!
Yeah, they just completely destroy the trees, Onceler style.
And someone in the Discord pointed out that if you slow down and look real close, I think Marugu gets straight up beheaded by that.
Oh, brutal.
Rough way to go.
Damn.
Yeah, it was Blaze who mentioned that.
Wow.
Holy shit.
It was me.
The Lupinrangers have the best finishers.
Yeah. So, like, we also get, like, the Patranger theme again, which I fucking love that theme. It sounds so good, epic.
And Marugu somehow parries fucking bullets with his whip.
And we see, like, these giant, like,
They're
bullet
actual
casings.
bullets.
Yeah, they're, like, actual, like, bullet shells. And, like, I
Couldn't
love
those, like,
that.
fall down and crush people?
Oh my god!
Killed by a giant
Why didn't you do
bullet.
that before, Marugu?
So then they use, which I think is, like, my favorite form name for Pat Kaiser right now, Pat Kaiser Biker. I just liked hearing Pato Kaiser Biker.
And just as as soon as we saw the toy version of the biker trigger machine,
It
I
was just a fucking
fucking
yo-yo.
knew it was gonna be a
And
yo-yo.
it's so funny that, like, at one point Tsukasa's like, man, I never realized that yo-yos and police officers work well together, and you just see Goody just like, what?
That's another
the
tokusatsu, actually.
Is
Yeah,
that
just-
a Yo-Yo Girl Cop reference? Or?
Yep.
Just,
I think that might be.
just cue JonTron.
Oh wow, that was an actual reference to something? Amazing.
Probably.
Just cue JonTron.
Because
What?
yo-yos and cops.
What the fuck?
Right? I have several questions.
Stop!
I wanted so bad for their final attack with that form to be just around the world!
No, it was super awesome. I love the CGI like posing that they had, where like they brought the yo-yo back into the hand. They just did this awesome like pose.
Yeah, I
So
love so
cool.
much that it actually looks like a hand holding the yo-yo.
Yeah. Now you know, yo.
Which is a really weird gimmick for a motorcycle to have.
Oh, boo,
Just
Lane,
kept on
boo.
yelling.
Boo, Lane, boo.
Did you hear what I said, Ichi?
No.
I was like, now you know, yo.
God damn you.
So then it ends up like, yeah, so goes back to the bistro and like the Patrangers show up again and like, yeah, Sakuya like realizes, oh, I'm in love with her. And then like,
I love that they point out that Umika apparently ghosted him after that.
yeah, it's like, oh, I dropped my phone! And like,
Yeah, she does say she forgot, at least in the sub
Oh, okay.
New phone, who dis?
So then, like, yeah, earlier we see, like, Kairi does, like, this, like, nose thing, gesture thingy to Yumika, and then, like, he does it again in, like, the restaurant, but Tsukasa, like, notices, and then kind of, like, pictures them in their thief outfits, and looks over, and she's like,
Oh my god.
my god.
The sudden realization.
And you know what? And I loved that it was Tsukasa to be the first one to realize
absolutely.
that. Because she's the smart one.
I just think this was way earlier than I was expecting.
Sakuya's the green noob one.
The green dumb
Keiichiro's
one.
the over-the-top serious one, and Tsukasa's the actual, like, really badass policeman.
The
Oh my
fuck you know,
goodness,
let's do this one.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but his comment made me realize something.
Hmm?
He's Sakuya. Is literally green.
Oh yeah, we made that joke in episode 1.
Yeah, he's the greenhorn.
Because I thought that you guys had mentioned that, but I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
It's fine, it's
Yeah.
worth mentioning again.
Yeah, no, he's green and he's green.
Yep.
It's great. I love that attention to
Is that
detail.
on purpose or?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Because like that's a term in like police and military and stuff. It's like, oh, you're green. You're
Your
green.
greenhorn.
Yeah.
So next week it's literally the Patrangers are stalking the Lupinrangers to find out, to confirminate if they actually are the Lupinrangers. So
They bait them out by putting a safe on Jim
oh
Carter.
yeah, make Jim Carter like a gangler, and they put, I'm a gangler. Yeah, they put the tape on him. He's like, I'm a gangler, and
It's so cute.
that's gonna be fucking hysterical.
Blow him.
Stalking mission. I think they got advice from Sakuya.
Blow it the fuck up, please.
Fuck you. I've grown attached to Jim Carter. I may not be big on his appearance, but Jim Carter is an
Jim
essential
Carter,
part
dude.
of the team.
I want to detach his face.
Jim Carter's a he?
Jim
No, it's a robot.
It's a robot! It doesn't have a gender!
Yes, it does. With a name like Jim Carter, he better be a male.
It's named after male, but it's voiced by a female.
Females voice guys all the time, so it doesn't
On
matter.
the other hand, I still don't know what gender that Urasen's.
I think Yuri-san's supposed to be a guy.
Urasen is cat gendered?
It sexually identifies as a cat.
Just suck it. I sexually identify as a gun.
Well, you know the one joke
What
is
do you
that
ha- what do
the
you ha-
person identifies as an attack helicopter.
Oh, yeah, the Apache helicopter.
I was about to say it was an Apache.
Yeah, so I look at...
Or you have AK half white, half Asian kid.
But, I've been loving this show, man.
Oh, yeah,
like,
great episode.
Like, the Sentai hasn't got me more, like, addicted to watching it, like, ever. Like, even Q-Ranger didn't do it, because, like, I noticed, like, in the middle of Q-Ranger, I, like, didn't care to watch the episodes until, like, the day we were recording Castranger. But,
Yeah.
but this show... I want to watch it when it's soon as it's fucking subbed, like every week.
Yeah, same here.
It's
Like we watch Build and Patranger every Sunday.
Fucking love the Power Rangers, man. They're so awesome.
I said Patranger. I meant Lupinranger.
Yeah, that's right. Fuck you.
Damn it, you got me doing it.
No, like I said last week. Like honestly, don't call it like Lupin Pad or LVP or Lupinranger versus Power Ranger. Just whichever team you prefer the most, just call it that show.
Right.
So I'm calling it Power Ranger from now on. I don't give a shit.
It sounds like you're saying Power Ranger.
Also, if you look at my Twitter profile, I am Patron Chusango, which I am a gray Power Ranger because, like, I'm on a gray kick right now. So I'm actually getting means to commission me like a chibi Patron Chusango. So I can't wait to see when that gets completed. So woohoo! But anyways, let's go to our featured topic. So this was pretty much just
Ready Player One.
No, this was literally Emu and Palad going on a date. And this was their idea of a fucking date, playing a puzzle game.
Sure.
Yeah.
But weren't they sort of?
What?
But weren't they sort of already bonded at the same time anyway? Because Parad was a parasite.
I mean,
Kind of.
besties can hang out and do stuff even when they bonded.
Friends can do it.
Friends can do it.
Except with one of them on the inside of the other.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was the end of the date. They scored.
They played co-op.
If you know what I mean. Wink.
I fucking love that this opened with Palad playing Mighty Action X, and it was all tense and dramatic like Emu in the first episode of the show.
Yeah, because remember, Palad's just Emu.
Remember
that plot point, everyone?
It's so weird when you consider the fact that Palad was spawned from Mighty Action C, so it's like he's playing himself. Kind of.
Ew.
Kind of.
Masturbatory.
Okay, and let me clarify.
Let
me clarify. Palad is not Emu, he is not Tensai Gamer M, he was created as a byproduct. This is evident in the fact that Mighty Brothers has fought Paradox during the show. Some people forget that and keep thinking that Palad is Tensai Gamer M when they are in fact a byproduct of each other. Separate existences. Get it straight.
You made me!
The show made it a little bit confusing.
Absolutely,
you made me,
but
I kill you.
if you look at all the evidence, it's not hard to put together.
But I like to think
Yeah,
because he was inside Emu, it helped him, like, develop, because, you know, he's a virus, so, like,
Yes.
viruses evolve, so he
Developing
got
emotions.
some likeness from Emu, and that's why he just says, oh, I'm you and you're me, because, like, I've been part of you for so long.
And let me...
Ore no omae no ore.
I gotta say, this was the first time that I've been actually convinced that Palad was a decent person and Emu's friend, because the entire last third of the show where Palad was suddenly good because he died and came back, I didn't buy it the whole show. It seemed so weird for him to be a good guy.
It wasn't just that it was because he died and came back, it was because Emu, like,
Taught him
a lesson and was just like, you're gonna be fucking good now? You should be helping us, not trying to kill us and fulfill your own amusement. And he's like, yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Daddy.
kind of-
I'm sorry.
Yeah, turned a bad guy into a good guy out of fear.
It was sort of a blackmail situation.
It was the most badass thing Emu ever did in all of Xaid. Like, honestly, it was.
Well, we already figured out that Emu is we already know that Emu is a good actor.
Yep. But you know, this was odd. I love this special just because it was great seeing them. It was just them.
It was a buddy flick.
Yeah, and like you saw, like they were like, oh, let's go up there. Yeah, let's go, buddy. And they're like bumping fists, and I'm like, oh, they're having fun. And, like I could actually tell that, like, you know, I believe that they were actually having fun.
That's what I'm saying. This was the first time I actually believed that he was who he is.
Yeah. So that, like,
but I think the best part of this opening scene is that they're like out on the town hanging out, and they just brought Dan on a tablet.
Because they're babysitting
In a
him.
jail cell tablet.
They're babysitting him.
I just, like, why did that have to happen, though?
Because he's like a pet. They need to take him out for a walk.
You could bring Dan in a tablet.
Just bring Dan in a Tamagotchi.
And, like, at least once, maybe
The
twice,
Tamagotchi.
they, like, walk away from this little gazebo, and they have left their tablet with Dan in it on the gazebo. Like, they were walking away, just leaving this tablet of theirs there.
To be honest...
Oops!
To be honest, if I didn't already have on my own personal tablet, like, Bono, because they released that as an official picture you could put on your tablet, I would totally have Dan on my tablet.
You need to make that shot of Dan in his jail cell your wallpaper on your tablet.
No, it's still Bono Tenjiro, because, like, that's the best thing ever.
Make Bono your lock screen, and then make Dan Kuroto your wallpaper.
Well, I made my home wallpaper just like the Bono face on the Bono driver, because I just thought that made more sense. Yeah, maybe.
So Dan baits them with promise of, I got a new game, you want to play it?
A more interesting
game.
I was like, what? There you go.
So he hands them these two black single gashets and
actually,
launches
not black,
them.
not single gashets. It was actually two gashets.
Yeah, two separate single gashets.
Double gashets.
No, they were both separate and single-sided, like single-shaped.
Then again, I haven't seen that video in a long time. So
yeah, they were both like normal gashets that were just solid black, and then they fused later.
They fused together.
I was waiting for that.
Like, he literally reverse psychologizes them, like, oh, you fucking genius gamers can't beat my game. I'm like, really, Dan? You're really gonna resort to this kind of childish bullshit?
Hey, he's trapped in a tablet. He's bored.
I mean, it worked, so whatever.
Yeah.
So
the guy some slack. He's in a tablet.
So we decide to skip all the rigmarole of how they get in, and they launch right into Nazo Toki Labyrinth is the name of the game.
Something about a mystery labyrinth?
Right?
Yeah,
like, the subs describe it as a puzzle game, but that more accurately translates to a mystery game.
And then the bugster or whatever of this fucking game is just...
It's Hatena from the fucking Pac-Man movie.
That's lazy. Like, I get it, but it's lazy.
Just with more numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they solved 3 puzzles, and they all decide to go their separate ways to solve them.
Like, I watched this, and I'm like, oh my god, it's Ready Player One!
It really sounds like it, honestly.
Like, they have to solve 3 codes to unlock the last door, and apparently they were told that they have to save Poppy, even though that was apparently a lie.
Yeah.
But didn't they do that in the movie already?
I think wasn't that in, like, the laser special, maybe?
Maybe.
No.
This is very similar to the laser special, where it's Emu playing another virtual game to open doors and shit.
Not just that, but the true ending movie as well, because everybody was just forced into a virtual reality.
Oh, yeah. Well, they weren't forced in this one. They were baited by Dan.
They walked right in.
Yeah, Dan was bored, so he's just like, fuck it.
I gotta say, the house that they walk around reminds me a lot of Death Game Park.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, of course, Emu finds the sun room, and immediately I figured out Balaz's gonna find the moon room, and then they'll find the star room afterwards, which, of course, happened.
Yep. And then there was, like, these amazing paintings of, like, Masamune, Dan, and Ren.
I want those paintings.
Especially the Ren one.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
You were taken from us too soon.
Well, we'll see him in the Brave Snipe movie.
And oh yeah, that's right, I forgot.
Honestly, like, we need to take an evening to just binge all 3.
When they're all subbed, sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all subbed.
I'll have to look them up.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be
Pizza
watching
and
the
stuff
hell
will
out
be
of
on
They
there.
haven't come up on my news feed, so it hasn't been subbed by Overtime or TV Neon.
Oh, okay, weird.
because they're still in because it takes like 4 months to release the DVDs and takes a year to sub.
Yeah. So the puzzles end up being the 3 CEOs are each other's quote-unquote sons because he's in the sun room, and son is 3.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
And Palad's puzzle is 3 pictures of CR's logo, Perfect Knockout, and Maximum Gamer Level 99, because CR is Cyber Rescue, and the word for rescue is QQ, and Palad's Perfect Knockout form and Emu's Maximum Mighty X form
99.
are all level 99. So the answer to that puzzle room is 9.
God damn it.
And 3 and 9, Sun Q. Thank you.
God damn it.
Thank you for playing my game.
Too many puns.
I just love that when they walk into the star room, like Hatena's in there, and he's like, the third puzzle is, beat the shit out of me! Haha, I lied to you, you can't hurt me with violence!
By pressing the right numbers.
So after they solve the puzzles, the 2 gadgets that they've got fuse together into Knockout Fighter 2.
It's a cool gadget.
The
Knockout
first,
Fighter 2, level 39.
the first actual sequel gadget, kind of. Unless you count like Tattle Fantasy and Legacy, you know
I
what I
would,
mean?
yeah.
Or any other Mighty games.
Right? And what's interesting is when they do the henshin, the unseen, quote-unquote, level up, level 1 version of that form fills the last slot in the character wheel.
Yep.
So it was really interesting to see that those are all like this character select.
And I really
wheel.
liked seeing Knockout Fighter with with a gamer driver on. That was neat.
So yes, we get to see Emu or Exade and Paradox Fighter Gamer level 39 is what they're each called.
Huh.
Such a random ass number.
Yeah.
No, it's not random because
Q,
3-9 are the numbers they used, and San Q. This whole thing was just their way
thank you.
of thanking the audience.
God damn it.
Okay,
Did you
that's
literally
adorable.
just get that? Did you literally just get that?
Right?
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
I don't follow puns and stuff. very
Blaze
well,
Blaze
so.
points out something interesting. Things like Tattle Fantasy and Legacy are spin-offs, not sequels.
Yeah.
Sure.
Nah.
It's like saying Final Fantasy 1 and 2 would be sequels to each other.
Yeah, it's like Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2, and then like 13 Lightning Returns, which is like
We don't talk about that one.
emotionless bitch.
So
I don't talk about any of the 13 games, thank you.
So they hit the 3 and the 9 to defeat Hatena. And he's like, nice, buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy.
Not your guy, Fred.
And then you see Palad drop the same line he did earlier in the show. It's like, when we're teamed up, we're Muteki. Her.
And
We already
Poppy.
heard that before in the show.
So they walk into the room that Poppy's supposed to be in, and Palad just like sits down, and they're like, well, where is she? And then you just get these awkward couple of seconds, and then... Game clear! Oh, fuck, okay. And she was just sitting there in the gazebo waiting the whole time.
Oh, hey guys. No, you know why? Because Dan was being a fucking troll.
I wanted them to just be so angry at that they just, like, shatter the tablet.
No, because that would release Dan, and then everything.
No, it wouldn't. It's like a remote access.
Would
It's like
kill him.
It wouldn't kill him. He's, like, actually in the arcade cabinet. The tablet is just, like, live streaming him.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they transferred him into.
Well, I mean, they didn't say it, but that's how I interpreted it.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh no! Anyone who doesn't know, I actually was not able to watch the feature topic today, so I'm just
Going up.
Yeah.
sort of commenting on what other people say.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
hope that
like,
isn't annoying.
so as Emu and Palad are all, like, smiley and happy after having beaten the game, there was some commentary where, like, Palad was like, oh, I won't lose next time, I'll beat you next time. What are you talking about? It was co-op! You both won together!
It's called
Did they?
teamwork, guys.
You weren't competing with each other, and why do you think you lost?
I don't know. Yeah, this is a cool Hyper Battle video. I enjoyed it.
But it doesn't matter that they didn't shatter the tablet because Dan got out anyways. Whoops!
Yerp.
Whoops, trilogy!
He's a pimp.
And we're gonna have another ending trilogy. Because of that fuck up.
So Dan's plan to have them play Nazotoki Labyrinth was just a ruse, and winning this game apparently triggered some sort of code trick that let him escape the prison.
Woot.
Fuck, he's genius.
Yeah, he is. Dan is the man.
So many plans on plans on plans. It's just like, what the fuck, dude? Think one thing at a time.
So the special ends with a shot of Dan all business suited up, and just his laugh reverbs into the night.
Yep.
I gotta say, that was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed this special.
Me too. It was good.
Yeah,
I like Knockout Fighter 2. It's a cool form.
It's a bridge.
It's a recolor of Pack Adventure
Well,
slash Robot
his gloves are different.
I think those are the same gloves from O's Kangaroo.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
I can remember them.
They're just the same Pack Adventure gloves.
Oh yeah, it was the same gloves as Pack Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't have that pride get shit.
I gotta say, like the Fighter Gamer forum on Exade looked pretty fucking good.
Well, no. See, the reason why we just saw Knockout Fighter was because it's a sequel to Knockout Fighter, so it's just Knockout Fighter, and then Emu's part is the add-on.
It's like Double Dragon and Double Dragon 2.
Exactly.
It's the same
like
character. It's the same character. It's like Sonic and Sonic 2. It's the same character, but now with another character.
Yep. Bimmy and Jimmy.
Bimmy and Jimmy.
Knuckles.
Exada Knuckles.
With new funky mode.
They just need to add a Knuckles.
Knockout Fighter 2 and Knuckles.
Exada Knuckles. That's perfect.
I thought that was too obvious to mention.
I didn't think of that.
Perfect knockout. Knuckles.
Oh my god.
Knockout Knuckles.
That's
Mighty Action
great.
X Ultra, Mighty Action X Ultra Edition with Knuckles.
Oh my god, no. Now what we need to do is you need to make another Photoshop picture where it's just, you literally just put Knuckles instead of where Emu is.
Oh god.
We already named and thumbnailed the
No,
episode.
I know. That'd still be funny.
Yeah, we already have like a million other titles.
Anyways, that's it.
Episode clear.
Game clear.
It was really short.
Not really.
Well, it's because our topic was short.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Go ahead.
let me just check something real quick. I forgot what our next thing is. Okay, so
Oh boy.
Jikai Radio Sentai Castranger. Next week will be the first week of our next theme month, and you can thank Gar for this one. We are doing Kikaipral.
Kikai.
We will be talking about Kikaider for the month of April.
Yep.
I thought we were already doing that because build.
Well, kind of.
Only half of it.
So our topic for next week will be Android Kikaider, the original, episodes 1 to 3. So there's your homework for the next week, people.
Yep.
And outside of that, thank you once again for listening to Radio Sentai Castranger. We love every single one of you. As usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podme.com. Please check out our Discord, where you can listen to the show live Friday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern approximately, depending on availability. Check out our merch store, where we have t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, laptop books, even onesies, and baby onesies.
Yeah, just baby ones.
Just baby onesies, sorry.
Yeah.
Castranger Kigus!
Oh, I'd buy one.
Ichi, the call was sort of going to shit because you were going all buggy.
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, I'm sure it comes up fine in the recording.
Yeah.
And yeah, check out our Facebook group, tweet at us at Ixie Studios, and we will see you all next week.
So long!
Bye.
Sayonara.
Don's
Thank
still
you
here.
for listening.
Radio Sentai Castranger is brought to you by our generous patrons, Oliver Nilsson, and viewers like you.